In 2015, lawmakers failed to pass an enacted budget, but they succeeded in passing the cost of travel and lodging onto taxpayers. Hundreds and hundreds of pages of per diems adding up to millions of dollars. The House billed more than $2 million, the Senate nearly $250,000 more.
I think it's astonishing. I think it's arrogant. I think it's above the pale that you would reimburse yourself in addition to your salary for not getting the job done.
Actually, thumbs down on the budget drove per diem costs up for some, like Senator Patrick Brown, the Republican chair of the Appropriations Committee, who claimed more than $27,000 in per diems. That was tops in the Senate in 2015.
The reason why mine were higher last year than they have been in the past is I was here almost every day from the middle of August to the end of December, working with my colleagues to try to close the budget.
Democrat Vince Hughes was the top Senate Democrat, second overall, at nearly $18,000. He, too, chairs appropriations.
Especially given the circumstance with the budget being in disarray. I'm here a lot more often than most members. Here a lot during the summertime trying to deal with budget negotiations.
Appropriations chairmen make more than $114,000 in annual salary, well above rank and file's $85,000. The top 5 per diem collectors in the House are all Democrats, led by Chris Senato, at more than $31,000. He didn't return calls to discuss his per diems. Number 3, Dominic Costa, is a frequent flyer on this list. The Western PA lawmaker refused to talk to us about it outside caucus and said call and make an appointment. We did, 3 times over 3 weeks. No response.
Well, it's pretty simple.
Representative John Marr is talking. He was second among House Republicans at just over $24,000 because, he says, he's a committee chairman and he's from Allegheny County.
It's a heck of a long commute. I'm not surprised that a hardworking legislator who lives 200 miles away is going to have more in per diem expenses than someone who lives nearby.
In the House, lawmakers billed nearly $1 million more in per diems in 2015 than they did in 14.
There's going to be some issues that we'll talk about later.
Auditor General Eugene DePasquale blames much of that on the budget impasse.
This shows that all across the board in state government, not passing a budget on time, including this, really hurt taxpayers.
So the legislature should be embarrassed, but nothing embarrasses the legislature.
Activist Gene Stilp says lawmakers should actually pay a price for not getting the job done.
It's almost impossible, but the legislature should pass a bill that says if the budget is not done by June 30th, the legislative pay stops, the per diem stop, their health care stops.
But lawmakers can't stop coming to Harrisburg, so they likely won't stop collecting per diems, which range from $159 to $185 a day, tax-free.
The actual costs they incur are something that usually matches the per diem, plus or minus, a couple dollars. So it's not something that's additional compensation.
Who wouldn't want to get paid for doing nothing? That's what they're doing. This is welfare on steroids.